What's going on everyone? Jam is here back with another Street Fighter V video. And this video here is a continuation video in the matchup breakdown series where I discuss some important points regarding all of Mika's matchups in Street Fighter V. Just want to take this time and say a quick thank you to everyone who watches these videos. You watching these videos helps me out and I'm hoping they help you out. Now we've covered 9 matchups so far, all of which you can find on my YouTube channel. But for our 10th matchup video, let us take a look at how a 7-colored bomber fares against the Spanish narcissist Vega. So to start things off, we will be covering the first topic of these breakdown videos, and that is how Vega goes about punishing dropkick. The first answer you are seeing here is Vega's clawless crouching hard punch. Now this button is really useful for Vega in general and deals with Mika's dropkick pretty well. It has a great hitbox for this scenario, meaning it can be done from further away and just act as a general deterrent. Now keep in mind that Vega can use the clawed version of crouching hard punch, I just think the clawless version is better. The next solution you are seeing here is Vega's standing hard kick. Standing hard kick is the go-to crush counter option Vega has, which when it connects, puts the opponent in an airborne spinning state. The follow-ups from the crush counter standing hard kick are pretty decent for Vega. His meterless follow-up crouching hard kick gets him a knockdown, which is always good, but if he wants more damage and better Oki, he will need to spend meter for the EX Flying Barcelona and then end it with the Azuna drop. Now if Vega has critical art available, then he can combo into it for max damage and a setup from the hard knockdown. The final option Vega has against the dropkick is none other than his V skill, Matador Turn. Now personally I feel this is Vega's best option against the dropkick as it completely avoids it, but not only that, it can be done in reaction and builds Vega a little bit of V meter as well. What's also good about the V skill is if Mika tries to do the fake version of her dropkick and Vega is relatively close, it can catch the fake dropkick too. So it's a win-win situation for Vega. Overall, Vega is another character who can deal with Mika's dropkick pretty well, as they either build him V meter or give him decent frame advantage. If you rely on the dropkick too much, then expect to get punished hard by Vega. The second thing we will be discussing will always be a follow through to the previous section, and that is how Vega goes about anti-airing Mika. The first option you are seeing here is Vega's normal attack anti-air crouching hard punch. As stated before, crouching hard punch has a good hitbox, but Vega's hurtbox is quite low as well, making it perfect against a jump attack like Mika's jumping hard punch. Now unfortunately, it does lose to the dive bomb, so if Vega relies on this option too much, then as Mika, you need to mix things up by using the body splash. The next anti-air option Vega can use against Mika is another normal attack anti-air, and that is standing hard kick. Now just like crouching hard punch, standing hard kick also has a decent hitbox, but Vega has to be quite close for this to be effective. If Vega uses this at the wrong time, then he could lose to a jump in. And again, just like crouching hard punch, standing hard kick can also lose to the body splash, which allows Mika a way in. Standing hard kick can be useful, but it is a situational anti-air. You don't see it used too often these days, but it's still an option. And for the final anti-air option I'm showing here for Vega is probably his best option, and that is his air throw. By using the air throw, Vega nets himself 140 damage against Mika, but not only that, it sends her full screen, resetting the situation to neutral. The air throw also deals with dive bomb as he is technically meeting Mika in the air, making the option useless. You will see this option when Vega is confident Mika will jump at him or try to cross him up. Now for Vega's anti-airs to work, he has to be meticulous with his spacing, which his walk speed will be a tremendous help, and position himself so that he can mitigate the risk of taking big damage or avoid Mika's jump-ins completely. Moving on to the third topic, which is something that is important when it comes to the Vega matchup, and that is how Vega's V reversal avoids Mika's 50-50 scenarios. As we all know by now, Mika is the embodiment of 50-50s in Street Fighter V. She forces her way in and puts the opponent in horrendous situations where they just have to constantly guess. Now luckily for Vega, if he has V meter, then he can use it to V reversal so that he avoids the 50-50 entirely and resets the situation back to neutral. Mid-screen he'll most likely use the punch version to send him really far away, whilst in the corner he'll probably mix it up between the punch or kick version to mess up Mika's offense. Now if Vega V reversals dropkick early to avoid the guess, Mika can actually forward dash to chase down the escape, which leaves her at +3 frame advantage. and from here she can go for a Rainbow Typhoon, EX Brimstone, or even try to punish with Peach Assault. Another example is if Mika tries to force a mix-up with crouching hard punch into Vtrigger 1, then Vega can V-reversal to avoid a dash go completely, but Mika can still chase Vega down. If she does the activation right up close, then Mika should be able to catch the recovery frames of the V-reversal with her dropkick. Your timing has to be on point though. From here, Mika doesn't get much unless Peach Assault is available to her, but a small punish is better than no punish. Now in the corner, if Mika uses forward hard punch to try and force a guess, then Vega will most likely use the kick version of his V-reversal and try to attack. One way to deal with this is by whiffing crouching light kick while the V-reversal is active. This will leave Mika at +4 frame advantage, so this will allow her to go for a regular throw or even a brimstone to regain momentum. Another thing Mika can do in this situation is by whiffing crouching light punch while the V-reversal is active. This will leave her at +7 frame advantage instead of +4, which will allow her to throw out another Lady Mika and recreate the 50-50 situation she initially wanted. Vega's V-reversal can be pretty annoying to deal with, but there are ways to either chase it down or even punish it. He won't always have V-reversal available to him, but when he does, you want to be ready for it. The fourth point being mentioned is another thing that is vital when it comes to fighting Vega, not just for Mika, but for any grappler, and that is understanding his throw invincible options. As stated in previous videos, Mika is a grappler, and one of her sole objectives is to grab her opponents to either take them closer to the corner or land big damage and KO them. Now one option Vega has to eliminate Mika's throw options is by using EX Aurora Spin Edge. Now with the cost of 1 bar, Vega will become completely throw invincible and punish Mika for trying to throw him. Now if Mika knows that Vega will resort to this option and blocks it, she can't actually punish it despite it being -3 on block, due to the pushback created. Only way to punish it is by having critical art and being trapped in the corner. Completely situational stuff. The other throw invincible option Vega has is by using his critical art Bloody Rain. This option is a lot more risky and more expensive than the previous one, but the payout for landing it is huge. Reversal critical art isn't usually a thing from Vega due to it not being fully invincible like other critical arts, but against grapplers he will definitely consider it, especially if it can win him the game. In a lot of beneficial scenarios for Mika, these options should theoretically deter her from using her throws, which in turn makes things easier on defense for Vega. But at the end of the day, it's a guess for both characters. Not to mention Vega has to spend meter for these options, but I'm showing you guys that Vega does have options for throws. The fifth point I am showcasing to you will be shifting over to the Vtrigger side of things, and that is how Vega's Vtrigger 1 Bloody Kiss can be utilised in the matchup. Bloody Kiss has been with Vega since the beginning of Street Fighter V and has 3 different versions to it: a horizontal attack, an upwards attack, and an aerial attack, similar to how Mika's Vtrigger 1 works. Now one situation Vega can use his Vtrigger 1 is if when Mika attempts to use a dropkick. With the correct spacing and Vtrigger 1 locked and loaded, Vega can activate it to punish and get a follow-up: a crouching hard kick, EX Flying Barcelona, or even critical art. Another scenario Vega can use his Vtrigger 1 is if Mika tries to use her V-skill in the neutral to power up her throws. Mika's V-skill has 1 hit of armor, but the V-trigger hits up to 3 times, so the Rose is guaranteed to punish Mika if she tries to using her V-skill. Not to mention Vega can still get a follow-up. What Mika also has to look out for is Vega trying to convert into Vtrigger 1 from his buttons in the neutral. Vega's buttons can be pretty annoying to deal with, but he gets no mileage from them. But with Vtrigger 1 stocked, he can get properly rewarded, and if Mika is just mindlessly throwing out buttons, then she will get heavily punished. One last example I'll show for the Vtrigger 1 is when Mika attempts to jump in at Vega. If Vtrigger 1 is available, then he can use it as an anti-air against her, netting him a raw 180 damage. What's also good about the anti-air Vtrigger 1 is that it covers the dive bomb option as well. Bloody Kiss has great utility in this matchup. These were just a few examples. So it's in your best interest as a Mika player to head into training mode and find out where Vega can use his Vtrigger 1 and try to come up with countermeasures. The sixth and final point I want to mention for this video will be going over something that is character specific, and that is regarding Vega's standing light kick. To put a long story short, on wake up or on block, if Vega presses his stand light kick to interrupt Mika's pressure via her buttons, of course the counter hit will occur, but what also happens is that Vega moves closer to Mika. Looks like his hurt box gets pulled inwards. Now what this means is that Mika can get more mileage from a can hit standing medium punch in situations where it normally doesn't happen. You can do the stand medium punch forward hard punch combo, or even the stand medium punch micro rock stand medium punch combo. Heck, after a forward hard punch, you can do the stand medium punch, stand hard punch into heavy shooting peach combo. This used to happen with Bison as well, but I believe it got taken out last version of the game. Now this is by no means game changing, and you probably won't even be ready to convert properly in actual matches. Think of this as a fun fact for the matchup that you can have a mess around with in training mode. And that's pretty much it for the video, people. Hopefully by watching this you now understand the Mika Vega matchup a little more than you did before. This matchup can be really annoying for Mika, as Vega can be pretty elusive in the neutral, but it is definitely winnable. Vega has amazing walk speed, so he can position himself to deal with certain things Mika throws at him quite easily. He also has annoying pokes and 2 useful V-triggers for Mika. Fortunately for him, they're both 2 bars. Now as Mika, you'll need to understand how to deal with Vega's normals accordingly, lab the situations he'll most likely want to use his V-reversal, and understand how both his V-triggers work, as you'll go up against both of them. Let me know how you felt about the video in the comments below. Was the information useful? Did I miss out something that you felt I should have put in the video? All feedback is greatly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video and have not subscribed to the channel, then why not subscribe? If not, thanks for watching anyway. I'll also leave my other social media outlets in the description below if you want to follow me on those as well. I've made a playlist for these matchup breakdown videos now, so the link to that will be in the description below as well. This has been your boy HC Jammers, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.